Hi, welcome to the Los Angeles Pierce College Biotechnology program. If you're here, there's a good chance that you are curious about our program. So let me tell you a little bit about it. Now, if you live in California, particularly Los Angeles, and you're interested in biotechnology program, you're in luck because there's a huge demand in the field of biotechnology. There are various career opportunities as well as upward social mobility within the biotechnology field. Now, the first question that some of you may ask is, how is this so-called biotechnology program different than a regular biology class? For example, you probably learn a little bit about biotechnology in majors biology, for example, and a little bit of solution preparation in chemistry class. So how is this biotechnology class different than those classes? In regular courses such as the majors biology or any other majors courses, the focus of the course is to equip you with background knowledge. So oftentimes there are a lot of things to cover in a very short amount of time, and as a result, it's really difficult to dig deep into one particular technique. And oftentimes you are introduced to a particular topic, and then once you perform the experiment one time, you move on to a different experiment. In biotechnology courses, we focus on equipping you with laboratory skill set. So we focus on techniques. As a result, the things we cover is not a lot, but for every single one of them that we cover, we make sure that you have the full experience and you gain that mastery to do it on your own. Because our goal is to make sure that every single student achieve acceptable level of mastery. And the best way to put it is, it's not about what we teach, but how we teach that. Here is an example. In a classroom, perhaps in chemistry, you use a lot of solution in the experiment, something like this, or in microbiology courses or in majors biology courses, perhaps you have worked with things like this, right? Bacterial media. In biotech courses, not only you will be using this material, but you will be the one that prepare them. So you will learn how to prepare the buffer, how to prepare a mobile phase for protein purification, for example, or bacterial media on your own. Furthermore, you perhaps use several laboratory instruments like the one behind me, spectrophotometer, in various courses. In biotechnology, again, it's not about what we teach, but how we teach them. So in biotech course, you also learn not only how to use them, how to be a good user, but also how to maintain them. So we always like to say, use and care. How do you take care of basic laboratory equipment, and how do you write SOP, standard operating procedure? Because at the end of the day, when it's time for an employer to decide who to hire, they're not going to decide based on what you know in your head, but it's more on what can you do, what skill set do you have, whether you can perform in the laboratory environment. And this is why in our program, we focus heavily on skill set competencies. We want to make sure every single student is able to perform this laboratory procedure independently. Although in these courses we will drill really heavily on technical skill, we also focus a lot on things beyond the technical skill, or something that people always refer to as the employability skill or soft skill. This includes communication, working in a team, or multitasking, this kind of thing. So oftentimes in biotechnology courses, there will be multiple projects going on at the same time, and you will be tasked to carry multiple projects to completion within the time frame that you are given. And you have to do it right. You have to documenting everything that you've done while keeping track on the progress of your experiment. It's gonna be fun. In this course, you will also learn industry-specific terminologies, best laboratory practices such as validation, for example, things that are not heavily emphasized in the typical academic courses, batch record, producing standard operating procedure, SOP, and you will do a lot of laboratory math. But don't worry, the laboratory math is actually very simple. I mean, once you get a hang of it, it's not too difficult. Although biotech courses focus more on bringing students closer to employment, students who are on the transfer path can also benefit from these courses. As an example, myself, I was a student at community college and I took biotechnology courses, making a lot of mistakes. But this ultimately helped me to become more productive, having really good lab technique as an undergraduate researcher at UC Berkeley, which leads to publication as well as graduate school. You can read a little bit more about my career path on the link in the description below. But I'm just one example. Okay, there are many other examples out there from my peer. This is example of a person that I know rather closely, more specifically my lab partner. She again joined biotechnology program around the same time I was, and went to get her bachelor degree. Started out at a small company as a research associate, and then make her way up from there to the lab manager as well, now program manager. Again, there's so much possibility that you can achieve. At this point, if you're still here watching, there's a good chance that you are still interested. So let me tell you a little bit about what we have. So we do have 2 exploration courses that will take place in the summer. It will start this summer. The 2 courses are Vocational Education 660 or VocEd 660, which is the Exploring Biotechnology career. And this is meant for students who have no idea what biotech is, what kind of career opportunity out there, what are basic laboratory equipment, how to use them, and so on and so forth. If you are completely brand new to biotechnology but you're interested, you've heard about it, you have a lot of this exciting thing coming up, but you have no prior exposure, this class is good for you. In here, we will incorporate a lot of hands-on activity. Again, even though the name is just exploration, you will be doing quite a few basic experiments out there. It's gonna be quite fun. The VocEd 661, Exploring Bioscience Entrepreneurship, is meant for students who already get some prior exposure to biotechnology, perhaps have taken some biotech courses before with biotech laboratory, and therefore have some idea what biotech is all about. With that said, even if you have no prior exposure, or perhaps you have completely different background, let's say business or computer science or any different background, you're more than welcome to join the VocEd 661. Because why? Because we believe that perhaps you can come with a different perspective in solving when approaching certain issue that you're trying to solve. Both VocEd 660 and VocEd 661 will be offered in a 3 weeks time frame, right after the spring semester ends until before the July 4th holiday. VocEd 660 will be offered Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9 in the morning until noon, whereas the VocEd 661, the entrepreneurship, will be offered Tuesday, Thursday from 9 until 1:30 in the afternoon. In addition to this exploration course, we also offer our formal training, which will start this fall semester, fall 2022. The first course will be Biotech 2, which will be offered Monday and Tuesday in the evening. In this course, you will learn basic laboratory technique, use and care of basic laboratory equipment, generating data, as well as presentation. And not to mention, in these courses, you will also learn how to compose your resume. It's better to get started early. Although background in chemistry, such as knowing how to calculate polarity and microbiology may help you in this course. They are not required. The second course in the series will be Biotech 3, which focuses more on advanced laboratory technique. This includes protein separation, DNA technology, and bioinformatics. What makes our training program special is that our program is the only program locally that offer our in-house internship opportunity, which we call Aspire. If you join the Aspire internship program, you will learn quite a bit about protein biochemistry, biomanufacturing, and molecular biology. Our product is used in the typical bioscience classroom. So if you are taking microbiology or majors biology or AP bio, there's a good chance that you may have used our product. And not to mention, we also focus on helping our student to get exposure to various professional meetings. One example is just recently we took quite a few students to synthetic biology conference. So here's just one example how we not only focus on preparing students in acquiring skill set, we are also helping our student to get plugged into professional network. Anyway, feel free to explore our temporary website link in the description below. And if you have further questions, feel free to email me, reach out to me, or come to my office hour. I have my office at the CFS Center for Science, 91087. You can just drop by, you can drop a message, or you can send me email. We also have our Discord channel. You can drop by and say hello, send me a message, DM me to Instagram, or whatever mode of communication you choose, and I'll be more than happy to answer you. If you need more extensive discussion, I will be more than happy to host a Zoom informational session. Just let me know, okay? Again, here I want to welcome you to Los Angeles Pierce College Biotechnology program, Aspire.